Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This world will test you. It will pull at you, push against you, and try to convince you that your worth is up for negotiation. People will question what you bring to the table. They will ask you to explain your cost, justify your value, and lower your price for their convenience. But let me make this clear, your value is not up for discussion. Your value is not a coupon, not a clearance tag, not a bargain deal that people get to haggle over. Your value is set, your worth is firm, and you do not need to explain why you cost what you cost. You see, too often, we fall into the trap of defending our worth. We try to prove why we deserve what we're asking for, why our time, our effort, and our energy demand a certain price. But the moment you start explaining, the moment you start justifying, you've already lost. Because the right people, the ones who truly see your value, they don't ask for explanations. They don't negotiate your price. They respect it. So tonight I want to talk to you about something critical. Maintaining your value and never explaining your cost. I want to give you the tools to stand firm, to walk with confidence, and to never, ever lower your price for people who don't see your worth. Your value is not up for debate. Listen to me. If you don't know your worth, the world will decide it for you, and trust me, they'll set the price tag low. People will always try to get something valuable for cheap. They'll want a discount on your time, a markdown on your skills, and a buy one, get one free deal on your energy. But let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a Rolex on the clearance rack? Have you ever seen a Bentley at a bargain sale? No. Because things of value don't negotiate their worth. The moment you start explaining why you cost what you cost, you open the door for doubt. You invite people to challenge your price, to debate whether you're really worth what you're asking. And once that debate starts, you've already lost ground. Your value is not a discussion, it's a statement. Either they see it or they don't. And if they don't, that's their problem, not yours. Think about the greats, the people who command respect in their industries. Do you think they sit around defending their rates? Do you think they explain why their time is expensive? No. They set the price and let the right people come to them, because that's what value does. It attracts those who understand it and repels those who don't. But the issue isn't just the outside world questioning your worth, it's you. You have to believe in your value before anyone else will. If you hesitate, if you second guess, people will sense it. And the moment they sense weakness, they will exploit it. That's why you have to be firm, unshaken, and clear in your worth. And let's be real, some people won't like it. Some will call you arrogant, some will say you're difficult, some will try to guilt trip you into lowering your standards. Let them talk, let them say what they want, because at the end of the day, you're not here to please everybody. You're here to stand in your value, own your worth, and never explain your cost. Confidence is the currency of worth. You want people to respect your value? Walk in it, live it, speak it with your chest. Because confidence, that's the language of people who know their worth. The world doesn't just respond to what you say, it responds to how you say it. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't carry yourself like you're worth something, people won't pay you what you deserve. Ever notice how the most successful people don't beg for attention? They don't chase approval. They move with an energy that says, I know who I am. I know what I bring. Take it or leave it. And guess what? The right people take it. But confidence isn't just about posture or words. It's about the choices you make. It's about what you tolerate, what you allow, and what you walk away from. Every time you let someone underpay you, every time you justify your price, you are teaching the world how to treat you. You are showing them what you believe you're worth. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's certainty. And certainty is magnetic. When you carry yourself with unwavering belief in your value, people take notice. They respect it, they adjust. But if you waver, if you hesitate, they will sense it and they will challenge you. And here's the thing, confidence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent. It's in the way you decline an offer that doesn't match your value. It's in the way you don't flinch when someone says you're too expensive. It's in the way you wait patiently, knowing that the right opportunity will come. Because when you truly know your worth, you don't rush, you don't chase, you don't explain. You simply stand firm, and the world adjusts. Those who see value pay without question. Let's get one thing straight. People who truly understand value do not waste time debating price. They don't haggle. They don't ask for discounts. They see the worth and they pay for it. Period. Think about the last time you saw someone walk into a high-end store, pick up an item and demand to know why it costs so much. It doesn't happen. Because people who shop in luxury spaces already understand something. Quality has a price. Excellence is never cheap. And if you have to ask why something costs what it does, then it's probably not for you. The same principle applies to you. Your skills, your time, your expertise, these are premium products. And the right people will recognize that. They will see your value and pay without hesitation. But the wrong people, they will always try to make you second guess yourself. They will act like they're doing you a favor by considering your offer. They'll ask you to lower your price, compromise your worth, and explain why you deserve what you're asking for. And let me tell you something, if someone doesn't see your value, they are not your customer. Too many people waste time trying to convince the wrong audience. They try to explain their worth to people who were never meant to buy in. And the result? They lose energy, they lose confidence. They start lowering their price just to make a sale, just to be chosen, just to feel like they are worth something. But you do not need to convince anyone. You do not need to explain yourself. The right ones will know. The wrong ones will walk away. And when they do, let them. Understand this. Your job is not to be affordable. Your job is to be valuable. And value doesn't argue. It doesn't chase. It doesn't explain. It simply exists. And those who see it will pay the price without question. Never apologize for what you deserve. There will be moments when people make you feel like you're asking for too much. They will try to shame you for having high standards, for expecting respect, for demanding what you rightfully deserve. They will call you difficult, demanding, even entitled. And I need you to hear me loud and clear. Do not apologize. You see, the world has conditioned us to believe that wanting more is a bad thing, that we should be grateful for whatever we get, that we shouldn't expect too much, that we should shrink ourselves to make others comfortable. But let me ask you, why? Why should you settle for less than what you deserve? Why should you be afraid to ask for what is rightfully yours? Apologizing for your value is a mistake. Every time you downplay your worth, every time you accept less than what you know you deserve, you send a message, not just to others, but to yourself. You tell the world that you are okay with being undervalued, that you are willing to settle. And once you start settling, it never stops. But let me tell you what happens when you stand firm, when you refuse to back down, when you say, this is my price, this is my standard, this is what I deserve. You weed out the ones who don't belong. You make room for the right people, the right opportunities, the right energy to come into your life. And those who matter, they won't ask you to shrink. They won't make you feel guilty for standing in your power. So stop apologizing. Stop second guessing. Stop feeling guilty for having standards. Because the truth is, you are not too expensive. You are not asking for too much. You are simply asking for what you are worth. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. The price of excellence is non-negotiable. Excellence does not negotiate. Greatness does not come with a discount code. If you want to be the best, if you want to deliver top-tier results, then you cannot entertain those who want something for nothing. Think about the elite athletes, the master artists, the world-renowned experts. Do they discount their work? Do they apologize for their price? No, because they know something most people don't. Excellence comes with a cost. And those who are serious about success, those who are serious about greatness, are willing to pay that price. But here's the challenge. When you operate at a high level, not everyone will understand. Some people will look at your standards and call them unreasonable. They will tell you to lower the bar, to make yourself more accessible, to be more realistic. Ignore them, because excellence is not about pleasing the masses. It is about standing out. It is about being the best. And that means not everyone will be able to afford you. Now, this isn't just about money, it's about everything: your energy, your relationships, your time. The way you carry yourself should reflect your value. You don't just give your time to anyone. You don't let just anyone into your space, because when you operate at a high level, not everyone deserves access to you. Excellence requires discipline. It requires boundaries. And most importantly, it requires the courage to say, this is my price. This is what I demand. And if you can't meet it, that's fine, but I will not lower it. Walking away is a power move. There is power in walking away. There is strength in knowing when to say, no, this isn't for me. Some people think that holding on, fighting, and explaining themselves makes them strong. But let me tell you something. Real strength is knowing when to walk. When you refuse to lower your price, when you refuse to explain yourself, there will be moments when people walk away. They will try to make you feel like you've lost something, like you've missed out. But what you need to understand is that every time you walk away from something that does not serve you, you are making space for something better. Too many people stay in situations, in jobs, in relationships, in business deals that do not honor their value because they are afraid. Afraid of missing out, afraid of what people will think, afraid of the uncertainty that comes with letting go. But fear is not a good enough reason to settle. Walking away is not losing, it's winning. It's refusing to accept less than what you deserve. It's understanding that you are the prize, and if someone can't afford you, that is not your problem. So remember this, your ability to walk away determines your value. And when you stand firm, when you refuse to settle, you will see that the things, the people, the opportunities that are truly meant for you will always come back around at the right price. The right people will find you at the right price. And here's the final truth. The right people, the right opportunities, the right situations will always find you at the price you set. You do not have to chase. You do not have to convince. You simply have to be. The greatest mistake you can make is lowering your price to attract the wrong people. Because when you do that, you will spend your life surrounded by those who do not fully appreciate you. You will exhaust yourself explaining, justifying, proving why you are worth it. And the sad part, they still won't see it. But when you stand firm, when you refuse to lower your value, you attract those who truly understand what you bring. These are the people who do not question your price. They do not ask for explanations. They show up, they pay, and they respect you. And that's what you want. You want to be surrounded by people who see your value from the start, people who recognize your worth and never ask you to shrink. And those people, they will come. They always do. So hold your ground, set your price, never explain your cost, and watch how everything falls into place. At the end of the day, your worth is not a debate, it is not a discussion, it is not a negotiation, it is a statement. And the way you present yourself to the world will determine how the world responds to you. If you walk like you are valuable, if you talk like you are valuable, if you move through life with the confidence of someone who knows they are valuable, then people will treat you accordingly. But the moment you start explaining, the moment you start justifying, the moment you start bending and lowering yourself just to be accepted, that is the moment you lose. Because people do not respect what is easy. They do not value what is given away for free. And they do not pay top dollar for something that acts like it's worth pennies. So make a decision. Right here, right now. Decide that you will no longer negotiate your worth. Decide that you will no longer explain why you cost what you cost. Decide that you will no longer lower yourself for people who do not see your value. Because the truth is, the right ones, the people, the opportunities, the relationships that are meant for you will never ask you to. Let people walk away. Let opportunities pass. Let them call you arrogant. Let them say you are asking for too much. Because those who matter, they won't question your price. They will recognize your value, respect it, and meet it without hesitation. You are not for everyone. You are not a bargain. You are not a discount. You are a masterpiece, a rarity, a force. And the sooner you stop explaining, the sooner the world will start respecting. Maintain your value. Never explain your cost. And watch how everything around you begins to change.